talk about programs, we can talk about data, but what would you say is one of the most critical factors of success for a mental wellness program at work?
No, Megan, thank you. I think I saw this from Evolution Hospitality. We wouldn't be as successful as we were today if I didn't have 150% buy-in from our president and the entire leadership team. And any initiative that we rolled out, they fully participated in and spread the word themselves. We've seen this time and time again with other companies where I consult or roll out the Brain Shift program. The teams that were successful and engaged was because the CEO and the C-suite and people saw their immediate boss or manager online or in the room in the program. It shows vulnerability, that I too am here to take care of my health, and it shows that I care, that this is important for me and the company, that I am going to participate. So in our Brain Shift protocol, we always ask leaders, what am I doing today for my brain and my body before we talk about the team? And that is critical because in the room last night, we saw 80% of leaders started to have symptoms. So it's okay to vulnerably tell your team, no, I took this test and I realized I'm probably more stressed or on a path to burnout or some of these physical symptoms. I want to do something about it. Who would like to join me? Make it a group effort. So I think that's the first thing, is leading with that vulnerability. And that's not easy to do in today's world, whether you're running a company of 60,000 employees or 6. But that's what the world calls for today. It's why we have a mental health crisis. We can no longer fake it till we make it and never let them see you sweat. That no longer works, Megan. I gave an example yesterday. We run our Brain Shift 8-week program to heal stress and burnout. And we ran it with AIG Retirement Services. And one of the most valuable lessons I learned that now I implement with other companies is when you're going to roll out a wellness program, leaders need to be involved and show up and be transparent about where they are in their wellness journey. So an example is in a room, people will take the Busy Brain test and the C-suite will get up and say, wow, I'm really surprised at how bad my score was. I have room for improvement. And now all of a sudden, everyone in the audience exhales and says, wow, if my leader is saying my score was high, I feel safe to admit too, my score was high, and we're all as a company going to do this together. That's how you build a culture of wellness, this idea that we're all in this together.
The concepts that we're talking about, the data, the statistics, it could seem overwhelming, especially to our smaller sized companies. So how would you encourage a senior executive to sort of approach this big concept?
Megan, I'm in airplanes a lot, flying around North America. And I use the analogy of sitting in an airplane. I want you to imagine that you're sitting in an airplane at the window seat and you open the shades while you're in that ascension up to 30,000 feet and what you can see below. And that's what I ask you to do for the company, is you have to be able to take that 30,000 foot view where you're seeing the entire organization and the needs that are happening and how mental health is impacting that. But that's often where CEOs stop, at the 30,000 foot view. When you're on an airplane, there's also somebody that's at least 3 inches from you, maybe even a little closer. And I ask you, you've got to take the 3-inch view. Many companies and organizations I go into have a hierarchy culture, just like an airplane. There's different sections, different classes. Same thing. You need to meet someone in every section of your company. And what do you do with the 3-inch view? You don't talk at them like I'm talking at you right now, Megan, or talking to our people. You pause and you listen with curiosity. You ask them their stories. People will tell you what they need for their wellness when they know that you are present and listening with compassion and caring.